Imagine the entire observable universe, every galaxy, every star, everything that exists squeezed into a space smaller than a proton. Now imagine it expanding to cosmic scale in less than a trillionth of a second. That actually happened, and the physics behind it is one of the most extraordinary ideas ever conceived. Welcome to the Cosmos in 5. And today we are covering cosmic inflation, the theory that explains why the universe looks the way it does and that predicts the existence of other universes. In 1980, physicist Alan Guth proposed cosmic inflation to solve several stubborn problems with the standard Big Bang model. The horizon problem. Opposite sides of the observable universe have the same temperature, even though in a normal Big Bang, they could have never been in contact with each other to reach equilibrium. The flatness problem. The universe appears almost perfectly geometrically flat, which requires the initial density to be fine-tuned to extraordinary precision. And the magnetic monopole problem. Grand unified theories predict exotic particles that we have never observed. Inflation solves all three elegantly. If the very early universe underwent a phase of exponential expansion driven by a hypothetical field called the inflation field, a tiny connected region would be stretched to an enormous size, ironing out any curvature, smoothing out temperatures, and diluting monopoles to the point of undetectability. Inflation is thought to have been driven by the energy of a scalar field, the inflaton, stuck temporarily in a high energy state called a false vacuum. Like a ball balanced at the top of a hill, the inflaton field eventually rolled down to a lower energy state, ending inflation and converting the field's energy into the hot plasma of the early universe, an event called reheating. This is essentially what powered the Big Bang. And if this is inflating your mind faster than the early universe, hit subscribe, like and share now while you are still in a high energy state. The inflaton field didn't wait, and neither should you. One startling consequence of inflation is the multiverse. In most inflationary model, inflation doesn't end everywhere at once. It ends in some regions while continuing elsewhere. Each region that stops inflating becomes a separate bubble universe. And inflation between bubble generates new bubble universe eternally. This is called eternal inflation, and it implies a vast possible finite multiverse of universe, each potentially with different physical laws. If true, our universe is just one bubble in an infinite cosmic foam. Direct evidence of inflation is difficult to obtain. The most promising signature would be specific patterns of polarizations of the cosmic microwave background. Gravitational waves from inflation would leave a distinctive imprint called B-mode polarization. In 2014, the BICEP 2 telescope announced a detection which was later shown to be contamination from galactic dust. The search continues. If inflation is real and it generates new universes eternally, then our entire observable universe with its stars, its life, its history is just one of potentially infinite bubbles, most of which may never be observable. Does that make our existence feel more or less meaningful to you? Drop your answer in the comments.